What if everything you do to control your mind is exactly what keeps you trapped? I spent 60 years trying to tame my mind. Dojos, meditation, ritual after ritual. And yet, I felt empty. The fulfillment I was seeking was never there, because I was trying to control what cannot be controlled. Only when I let go did I truly become free. I came to Zen as a young man, fleeing the noise of post-war cities, chasing discipline like a sword to cut through chaos. Decades passed in missteps, clinging to forms, rituals, even the idea of enlightenment itself. Time slipped away in pursuit of mastery, only to find the real teaching in what was lost. These are not theories from books, but scars from living them wrong before learning to let go. We all carry the same quiet lie. I'll find peace when I tame my mind. When thoughts align, fears dissolve, and some steady command takes hold. Society whispers it louder now, with apps and techniques promising control over the inner storm. Work harder, meditate longer, visualize success, and the mind will obey. It's the dream of arrival, where the restless waves finally still. But grasp that control, even glimpse it, and what greets you isn't fulfillment, it's a hollow echo. I remember the day after my first deep samadhi, sitting motionless for hours, mind seemingly leashed. The next morning, irritation flooded back sharper than before, proving the grip was just another chain. Achievement breeds expectation. The mind, sensing victory, rebels with old habits doubled. Fulfillment doesn't live there. The seed took root in a childhood, carved by lack, not in gilded temples, but a coastal village where salt wind whipped threadbare roofs, and my father's hands, gnarled from endless nets, trembled under lantern light. I was the overlooked boy, voice lost in the roar of survival, shame blooming like unchecked weeds, smallness, invisibility, the sting of eyes sliding past. There, in the dim hut's corner, I made the vow. I will forge myself unbreakable. I will master this chaos so it never masters me. It propelled me to doorsteps of dojos, to nights scripting mantras against fear. But that decision, born of wound, became chain, control as armor, presence forever deferred. The toll mounted invisibly, like tide eroding stone. Family slipped away. I was ghost at dinner tables, mind replaying sessions while my wife's hand brushed mine unanswered. Children aged before me, first steps missed in pursuit of perfect posture. Their questions met with distracted nods, health whispered warnings, nights fractured by racing thoughts, shoulders knotted like old ropes, a body rebelling against its warden. Time, the cruelest thief, vanished in pursuit. Years chasing a mind that danced just beyond, leaving a life half-tended, relationships brittle as autumn leaves. I traded the warmth of now for the cold promise of later. Presence a trophy hoarded, not shared. Late evening in a Tokyo apartment, corner office promotion sealed that day. I sit before the low table, award plaque gleaming under the lamp, steam rising from untouched tea. The mind, honed by years of koans and breath counts, scans for triumph. Instead, a vast emptiness yawns, no joy, no arrival, just the quiet ache of a stranger in my own skin. Success crowned the chase, but the heart remained untouched. Then came the pivot, not in thunder but whisper. Shoshin, the beginner's mind, emerged not as technique, but reframing. Not control through force, but presence through release. Worth isn't earned by mastering thoughts. It dwells in the open space before they form. Belonging isn't proven, it simply is, when preconceptions drop. Dignity arises in meeting each moment raw, without the armor of expertise. I never wanted a controlled mind. I wanted the presence that comes when the controller vanishes. Shoshin, from Zen's ancient roots, names this: the mind of the novice, open, eager, stripped of preconceptions. Shunryu Suzuki put it plain: in the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the expert's, there are few. It's the first lesson monks learn, not to accumulate wisdom, but to empty the vessel for what is. The same shadow falls on bonds with others. We perform presence, listen while planning replies, love while measuring worth. Thinking effort buys closeness. But connection demands Shoshin, meeting the other as if for the first time, without scripts of past hurts or future needs. My daughter once said, mid-argument, "Father, you're here, but not." She was right. I'd controlled the conversation, lost the person. True intimacy blooms in unguarded now. Look around, one friend still chases, mind a fortress of techniques, apps tracking breaths, seminars on focus. Yet his eyes dart, unrest perpetual, success a treadmill. Another, a simple potter in the hills, lives Shoshin daily. No grand claims, just hands in clay, each bowl begun anew. His face holds a calm I've chased lifetimes for. Content, not from arrival, but abiding in the making. Freedom, in Shoshin, isn't dominion over thoughts. It's emotional autonomy, self-acceptance woven into each breath. Inner peace follows when identity loosens its grip on knower or controller. Presence becomes the ground, unshaken by mind's wanderings. This is Zen's quiet dominance, not bending the world to will, but meeting it, fresh, whole. Fear doesn't root in events, the lost job, the fading health, but in the self-image we defend, the one who must conquer, perform, prove. Shoshin dissolves that image. The beginner fears less, for there's no status to lose. In Zazen, sitting with open mind, terror visits then departs, unheld. There is no final mastery, no enduring control, no perfect silence waiting beyond effort. Only this moment, endlessly renewed. Shoshin reveals life as perpetual beginning, each inhale a first breath, each glance a virgin seeing. Enlightenment isn't a peak. It's the valley's vastness, walked forever. Stop grasping for command. Stop postponing presence for some purified tomorrow. Cease the war on your mind. Shoshin, the beginner's mind, shows itself quietly in everyday life. When you pause before replying and truly listen, not as a teacher, parent, or expert, but as if meeting the other person for the first time. When you approach routines, washing dishes, walking, breathing, and are fully present with the task. If you're washing dishes, then you are only washing dishes. No thinking ahead, no phone, no planning. Just your hands in the water, the movement, the little sounds. When you let curiosity replace judgment, what is this moment showing me? Instead of, how can I do this faster or better? Shoshin can be cultivated through simple daily practices. Start the day empty. Before your mind floods with tasks, take 2 silent breaths. Say internally, I don't know anything about today yet. Feel the space this creates. Expectation turns into curiosity. Meet tasks as if for the first time. Whether it's answering emails, cooking, or walking to work, imagine it's your first time doing it. Notice textures, sounds, and smells you normally miss. This trains your perception to stay alive and present. Release roles and labels, moment to moment. Let go of labels like expert, parent, or leader, even briefly. Without the role, you encounter life unfiltered, open, and fresh. Treat mistakes as teachers. When you lose patience, lose focus, or make a mistake, smile inwardly, bow to yourself, and start again. In Zen, this humble return is the essence of practice. Not judging, just beginning anew. End the day with release. Before sleep, Recall a moment that surprised you, something small that felt new. This softens the mind, making it open and ready to start fresh the next day. You are enough, without proof, without performance, without permission. Shoshin is your birthright, the open mind you carried before stories hardened it.